Oi, oi, what's going on, people? Marcus, just setting up the other lives. Let me know. Can you hear me, Marcus? Aussie Kid Vids. What's going on, man? How's your Saturday? Might be that any better? Yeah, I saw that, Wayne. The new rolling tool chest. It's pre-order, yeah? Yeah, pre-order. You got yours? Yeah, I haven't put my name down yet. Just get this one up and going. Saturday night chats. Done. So we've got the laptop going. Look at the stream upon stream. Check this out. What's everyone up to? We're going to try to do this. I have no idea if this is even possible. Oh. Floppy man, best set of combo pliers, man. The NWS 225, so 225 mil. Can't get enough of them. Those in the it's either those or these client tools. Can't go past them. Get you guys into that as well. Can't go past the client tools. Those orange ones. Absolutely love them. Whoa. Bushbound 4x4. Cheers, man. Cheers. Cheers for letting me know that you can hear me. What's everyone up to? Man, I have 3 screens in front of me. This is insane. So bear with me. Wattmaster crosscuts. The only ones I've got are these ones here. Whoa. So they need a bit of a spray. But they're the only Wattmaster ones I have. And they're pretty good. The only difference is, does it say on there? I think these are made in Taiwan. And someone actually just hit me up about the crosscuts, about the marbles. Let me know who's had problems with some of the newer ones. So a lot of people are saying that the newer ones are chipping a lot easier. And I have heard from a few people myself. They contacted me about the new crosscut marbles and their chipping. So I am wondering if because if you all don't know, I just got these straight from Japan. As you can see, all the Japanese writing, if you can see that. These are fresh from Japan. So we're wondering if these are any different. So I might even give these a go for a while, fresh out of the packet, and see if they chip. I feel they actually look a little bit different. Maybe not. Nah. The only difference is these have an N on it. So it's MVA 200N. So I don't know if they're any different or if they're chipping. So yeah, I don't know. I'd love to hear everyone else's thoughts on it though. Who else we got? This is Instagram. What's the best tool insurance? I don't know about the best one, man. I haven't spent too much time with it. I'm with Allianz. I think it's about $10 a week for car. I've just got the car tool insurance. And then we've got home contents, which covers that. So I don't know if that really helps. Alex reckons client pliers are the only way to go for an electrician. They're definitely good, man. I highly rate them. I don't rate their new stuff. That new one, this one here. If you saw that post from not long ago, these ones, I really don't rate with the cut. They do feel all right. They are a lot wider, though, as you can see. I don't know if you can see that. Which way is the best way? It doesn't make a huge difference, but they're a tiny bit wider. They just feel a little bit different, but it's not a huge thing. But yeah, the cut isn't great on those. I don't know why they aren't trying to get more of these out. These are $20 cheaper. How old is my reel mower? I think it's a 90s, man. I can't actually tell you the exact date, but I think it's from the 90s. So it's definitely 20 years old. She's still kicking, needs a lot of work, man, an absolute lot of work. So, yeah, I'll probably be getting that done in a couple of months. We've got quite a few things on, and one of those things, massive news, finally going to be releasing the news tomorrow on YouTube. So 6 a.m. the video will be released, and the next phase of Addicted to Tools will be starting. So super keen for that. Definitely stay tuned for that. Where do I get those pliers from? Which ones, man? These ones or these ones? These ones are the marbles. These are the 200Ns. These are straight from Japan. So I actually have a guy in Japan that sources all the tools for me. That's how I'm getting a lot of the vessel gear and all that sort of stuff. So I got him to throw in a pair of those because I ruined, well, I didn't ruin, I cut up the last pair if you didn't see that video. How's the new M12 gear? Can't say too much. Obviously, I haven't actually taken it to work yet. I haven't even used it. I've been too busy. I've been looking after the kids. The wife's sick at the moment. So just been doing more designs on the bracket on the side, which I finally got down pat, but I don't know if it actually sits all right because these sit totally different. Is that meant to be like that? Oh, yeah, there is a hole there. These are totally different to the old ones, like very different. So the way that sits on your side, I might have to make some modifications, but haven't actually used them yet. I'm wanting to do like a first time using it video, really, if I can. Marcus, yeah. So Marcus asks, is it normal for all tradies in Australia to buy all your tools yourself? And that's actually something I've only recently found out. So in the US, I believe, if you're EBA, is that right, Marcus? If you're EBA, you don't have to buy, do you buy anything at all? I know they give you all the power tools, most of the hand tools, all the gear, all that sort of stuff. You just sort of rock up, which is pretty cool. With the company I'm with, they give us pretty much all the power tools that we need, except for drills. That's pretty much the only one. And maybe like multi-tools, some of the smaller stuff. So all the bigger stuff, your hammer drills, reciprocating saws, band saws, anything like that, they supply. That's the main gear. All hand tools, pouches, whatever bags you want, that's all on you. We get paid a tool allowance. So you get a certain amount every week, and you should be spending that on tools to keep up to date and all that sort of stuff. So it is a lot different to the EBA. I don't know what's non-EBA like over in the USA. I think it's surely they're buying their tools. Oh, rightio. So Marcus is an electrician in Norway. My company has bought me all my work clothes, work car, and all work tools, electric tools and hand tools. Man, that's bloody good. Bloody good. I do hear good things from Norway about all that sort of stuff. Their electrical is pretty good. Yeah, that's really good that they're buying you everything. So I really can't complain with that. I'd love to know the difference with pay. I guess probably wouldn't make a difference because we get a separate pay for our tool allowances. So I guess it's sort of the same. Instead of getting a tool allowance, they're just giving you the tools. It sort of makes sense. Liam Healy, nah, we're not EBA, man. Not EBA. Yeah, it's a good point from what is it? Artemuse? Jeez, must be cold. You learn to respect your tools if you pay for them. To a degree, I definitely agree. It depends on the person, but yeah, I think that sort of does come about. Joey 07, what's going on, man? I'm good. How are you going? Good question. Hey mate, do you reckon high voltage and or instrumental is worth it? If that's what you really want to get into, man, it definitely is. You can earn that extra coin. Get into those niche markets. I really do think if you get into electrical and you want to earn good coin and really get into it, I think you've got to go into those niche markets. I sort of got into a lot of the fiber data, that sort of stuff, went down that road, but I've moved around quite a few times. But I did see myself going down that avenue and maybe going off on my own and then sort of charging that premium. That's what you can do when you've got instrumentation and all that sort of stuff. You can keep going, get more licenses, and ask for the premium. That's pretty much the way to earn a lot of money. There you go. Joey is saying, as a high voltage terminator, it is really good cash. I actually didn't know that's what you did, man. Jordan, what's going on, man? Tatted Tech, how's things? Why do they not provide drills? Don't know, man. That's just sort of in the agreement, I guess. I think most companies are sort of your drills, so your normal drill, your impact driver, and your basic tools. They have a basic tool list that they give us, and we are supposed to have those. So it's sort of strange because I've never really thought about it because that's just how it's always been. Pretty much all the companies, at least in Queensland, if not Australia, that's just how it works. So it's really interesting to see how it works over in other countries, the US, UK, over in Norway. Oh, good question. Bushbound 4x4. Why not go for an EBA job for the better pay? 100% with you, man. So my story is pretty much I started 15 years ago, or actually 15, probably about 16 years ago, and did a TAFE course, did my Prevo course, which is basically basic training to become an electrician. And with that, you do work experience. So I did 2 weeks work experience with the company I'm with now. They were called something else back then. And I got hired by them, did 4 years apprenticeship, absolutely love the company. They've done a lot for me and they've just been really good. Like obviously they've got their downfalls, all companies do, but they've pretty well looked after me through my apprenticeship and took me on as a tradesman, gave me pretty much everything I needed to sort of excel. Absolutely loved it. Heaps of work. And even when it comes to the big money, man. So like not working EBA, there were weeks, like one of my biggest pays was $5,200 after tax. It was up in the 7,000 grand, $7,000 plus before tax. That was non-EBA. And so I could definitely do those sort of jobs, which I did, and also got to see the wife, the family, all that sort of stuff while doing that, just doing bigger hours, really, a bit of away work. But yeah, 15 years with the same company. That on paper is really good when it comes to bank loans and all that sort of stuff. I like stability, or up until this point, I've really liked a certain stability, being able to say, I know where I'm going to be, all that sort of stuff, so I could do whatever I wanted to do. So for me, it basically came down to the stability and security of a job. I could definitely chase the EBA work. I've got lots of mates that chase EBA. And if you guys don't know what EBA is, it's basically normally bigger construction work, and you can get paid twice as much. And a lot of the time, you're actually doing half as much work. And those guys do that work, are let go, and then have to find more work. Might be off of work for 6 months to a year, and you're always just looking for work. The last time I put a resume in was like 18, 19 years ago. So for me, that's what I've been after. Never really wanted to chase the EBA work. So each their own. Like I have, like, man, some of the guys just left our company and went after EBA. Nothing against them, like all for it, man. If that's what you're after, like it is good money. So yeah, no downfall really. Michael, where you work, they buy hand tools. The company supplies drills, meters that go with the van. Yeah. So we get a little bit more stuff when we're in a van, like all the meters and all that sort of stuff. But yeah, I'm on a big construction site, so it's all a lot of that's given to you there. But we still do drills and hand tools. Yeah, I think I can take my electrical experience to other countries. I think it's pretty easy for us to go elsewhere. I think we're fairly strict over here. I don't know the full rules, but what was it before the wife and I had kids? We actually looked at going to we went to Dubai, absolutely loved it, and we were thinking about moving there to work. And I know for a fact that my license transferred really well over there. They highly recognise Australian electricians, especially their safety aspects. So I would have been able to get over there pretty easy. I would have been easily on twice as much money, probably like 200, around the 200 grand, maybe 180 at the least. Would have been pretty sweet. But instead we had kids and stayed in Australia. No, I haven't got my contractors. Have thought about it, especially recently. Still might be on the cards. Thoughts of yourself, new and yeah, maybe in the future. So yeah, I won't say too much, but I was saying before, tomorrow on YouTube, I will be releasing a update for where Addicted to Tools is going, what I'm doing, what the whole thing is pretty much doing. It's a pretty big update. We're making a pretty big move here. And that could be on the cards. So definitely something to look out for. Oh, who else we got? Bro, Tricky Ricky. You're bang on, man. Like this, why is this not high vis? They don't have a single piece of high vis attire. This long shirt is even Milwaukee. I'm actually loving their clothes at the moment. She's fresh. But they don't have high vis. What? Seriously, man, like what? I don't understand. So like if I go to work with this or I've got the other heated hoodie, I can't wear it at work unless I've got the high vis over the top. Just nuts. Any jobs in Queensland for a fourth year apprentice? Surely, man, surely. I would say there's heaps. We're sort of at a trade shortage at the moment, so skill shortage. Ben, an apprentice Sparky in the UK, bought yourself Milwaukee Impact and Combi. Loving it. It's a good kit, man. Absolutely a good kit. Have you thought about doing a project management course? Nah. That's pretty much one way I don't want to go, man. So, and I've talked to a lot of the guys at work that are going into project management, going into. I wouldn't mind going into a foreman role if I was to stick around, but definitely not management, man. It's just not in my blood. I don't think I could get off the tools. Maybe when I'm older, like I'm only 34 at the moment, but realistically, man, if I'm not I'm not going into management. Those guys can keep that role for sure. There you go, Karim. He has a job opportunity in Sydney. If anyone is interested, where's that on TikTok? Hit him up in the comments if you're chasing in Sydney. Where's everyone from? Throw in what country you're from. What do you do? You're a Sparky, tradie, handyman, maybe just a tool enthusiast, maybe just cruising past, found me randomly. Love to see where everyone's from. what everyone's doing. Ethan from Tasmania. How cold's it down in Tassie, man? Tyler, New Zealand drain layer. Central Coast. Adelaide, Christian from Adelaide, Yankee from WA. What's going on, man? William, Maryborough. Jake's from Perth. What we got? Scott Johnson, Sydney rigger, entertainment industry. Bro, that sounds pretty cool. Love hearing like different jobs like that. Bal TA from Adelaide. Cheers, man. Apprentice with Sydney Trains. Wollongong, Jacob. That's a pretty good gig, man. Anything to do with the trains and all that sort of stuff, really, really good. Brisbane first year apprentice. What's going on, man? Minor from Wankanda. The real Josh. Oh, the real Josh. What's going on, man? Ryan, Emerald, Queensland. Apprentice. Diesel fitter. Man, we've got some people in here tonight. Venus. Just went 4th year Sparky about to Cert 2 ticket for AC. Good shit, man. Good shit. No, I'm not based in Perth, man. I am in Brisbane. Melbourne 2nd year apprentice. Love your vids. Cheers, mate. Mihan. Is that how you say it? Mihan? Me and I. Yeah, I don't know. Nottingham, UK. Reese. Oi, Reese, what's going on, man? Horsefield. I think I talked to you the other day, yeah? Maybe. Heavy diesel mechanic, have the tool addiction. A lot of people have that addiction, man. It's a disease, that's for sure. First year plumber, drain layer, and gas fitting New Zealand. Hamish. Good stuff, man. Bit of everything. Bushbound, commercial Sparky in Melbourne. Man, people from all over. Nathan, USA, Cali, home gamer, DIYer. Good stuff, man. Love it. Sigalek, Sydney Trains from Ed. Nice stuff. Julian, what's going on, man? Whoa. Bro, the company does electrical, refrigeration, and plumbing. So I'm trying to get, yeah. So that's one thing, man. So as Venus is saying on here, it's trying to get as many tickets as possible. When you're with a company, try to get as many, especially if they're paying. Tickets are key, man. Tickets are key. As I was saying before, if you can get into any niche market, whether it's in any field whatsoever, you can start to charge pretty much what you want. I know some guys that were so niche. There was 3 guys that cleaned these big HV switches. I talked about this last time, I think. And yeah, he was one of 3, I think, in Australia. He charged like 25 grand a week. And he got flown out, just chose a couple of weeks to work a year, and he was good. Just got to choose those niches. There's so many jobs out there that people don't know about. And we have a skills shortage. So definitely get into it, eh? Oh yeah, the boys are talking about the mines. Best time for it is now. If you want to get a gig in the mines, why now, man? Is the uptake sort of mid-year tax time? I think they're pretty low at the moment. Yeah. Jazz, can you borrow some pliers? I haven't got enough, man. I still got to do that review. I've got to figure out. Actually, I'm still waiting on 1 or 2 pairs. They were really hard to get. So still waiting on those. But yeah, I'm actually procrastinating on that plier video. That's going to be massive. It's going to be epic. It's going to be like 30 pliers. So it's going to be a lot of work. How am I making your tool storage wall? You're talking about that one? That's the racket system. So RACKIT, racket. And that's all of that's racket pretty much. So beer's just Great Northern tonight, man. Nothing flash, back on the Great Northerns. Got to go the original, obviously. Yeah, I'm missing some spanners, man. I should have actually got them on the last sale from Sydney Tools. I was almost going to jump on them. They're the ratcheting ones, gear wrench ratcheting ones. Had them for ages, but yeah, a lot of them are at work. So I just take the ones I need to work, but I'm probably missing, I reckon, probably 4. So I need to get them back up. Installing batteries for solar, big demand soon. Yeah, 100%. It's a big demand at the moment, man. I know so many people that are doing that job, and it's pretty cruisy. You do have to keep up, but yeah, they're definitely paying pretty well. Usually because it's away work. So definitely something to get into. I wouldn't want to do it for too long. Would the new pack out drawer boxes hold bigger spanners than 32mm ones? Pack out drawers, yeah. Or the pack out boxes. Which boxes are you talking about, mate? Gleno. Yeah, I'm not sure which ones, because yeah, most of them will hold it. What do you, Dante, asking about the purple X Torque bits? You talking about the purple box? I used them for probably a year and a half. They went all right. The 3 sliding ones. Yeah, your spanners will definitely fit in there, man. 32mm. What, like 32? Yeah. Hold on. Which one? 32mm. 32mm ones. Surely, man. I'm trying to think how long the boxes are. I'd have to measure how long the boxes are. Mate, if you're looking for the full pegboard view, like I can sort of move you around. But if you're chasing the full install, that's on YouTube, man. If you check out the racket rack install, I did the whole thing on there, went over everything. So definitely worth it, man. Oi, Jimmy, is it Jimmy Mayer? Just turned Sparky tradie. It was a long 4 years. Congrats, though, man. Congrats. I love seeing guys go tradie. Jay, he's in industrial. A grade gets 60 an hour. So wondering if it's the same. Oh, it depends where you are. So like we're on about 50 an hour, and it sort of goes down. Yeah, it depends who you're with, really. There's a lot of guys on about 35 to 40, 45. Then you go to EBA, you're looking at 60 plus. So Scott Johnson, what made you start your YouTube channel and how long has it been running for? Love the mower episode. Gear wrench is great. So what made me start? I started YouTube, I want to say maybe 2.5 years ago, something like that. I started on Instagram roughly 3 years ago. And literally I was at home, paternity leave. So I was looking after my kids, one kid at the time. And I emptied the van, got every tool I had because I had to write down every tool I've got, all the numbers on them, and do that for insurance. So anything that got stolen out of the van was covered. Ended up doing that, took a whole day, and realized I had a shitload of tools. And it looked pretty cool. I posted it onto Instagram, onto my personal account. And obviously my mum and my family liked it, gave me the thumbs up. I pretty much never post on Instagram or social media before that. Nothing to do with social media. And I had a few other people, had quite a few likes. I think got to like 40 or 50 likes and a few comments, and then went down the rabbit hole and found a whole pile of other people online that are just like me, that love tools, love sharing tools, love talking about them. Found a whole community, delved into the community, found that I had a fair bit of insight because I was at the time 13 years into my trade. I've been using tools for 15, 16, 17, 18 years, and started sharing that, and found that I sort of really enjoyed sharing it. Jumped onto YouTube. You should check out some of the first YouTube videos. Terrible, man. Absolutely terrible. I'm actually quite an introvert. Guess that or not. And yeah, you could definitely tell. And so I've been running that for, say about two and a bit years, and absolutely loving it, man. Absolutely loving it. Tool trailer setup. With the next part of Addicted to Tools, which I've been talking about that I'm sharing tomorrow, that's definitely on the cards. So I would love one, especially some of those US guys. Man, they have massive, massive trailers where you can walk through. They got benches, they got drop saws, table saws, absolutely everything. I would love something like that. Love it. Start building one myself. Want to head to the mines. Any tips on how to get there? Usually the best way is through other people. It's usually who you know, but man, just send emails. There's always look on, like, I don't know where you are, but if you're on Seek and all that sort of stuff, I think it's on there. Just call around, and I think there's a lot of labor hire. You can go through labor hire electrical companies, so you could always do that route. But there's always sort of like intakes, I believe. Like, I haven't done it, so maybe other people can fill in. But there's usually like certain intakes that they bring up. It might be like they're looking for 100 people this year or whatever. So always look out for those. I'd just Google it, man. Surely that's the best way. But yeah, I don't know 100%. We try the Milwaukee wall storage solution that all click together. No worries, Scotty. I probably will. Just like everyone will definitely be wanting me to try it. I don't know how much of a fan I am. Obviously, I've got the French cleat wall that I'm doing, and that's sort of the same sort of style. It's a lot cheaper, obviously a lot more work, but I like doing that sort of stuff. But for like your average garage, I think it's pretty cool that you can do that. Buy it. It does look more heavy duty compared to the Ryobi one. As you know, Ryobi already have one, their Link system. And I think the Milwaukee's a lot better quality from what I've seen from others in the US that already have it. It depends how much it's going to cost, man. Nathan, what's going on, man? That's going to be the main problem. It's going to be the price. So to do like if you were to do a back wall like this, like I'm expecting maybe like just the back wall, maybe $500-$600, which is pretty pricey for like some hooks and some shelving, really. But that's what we've come to know about Milwaukee. You either love it or don't. Wow, advice. Do I advise someone to jump into maintenance role or commercial? Commercial is where the money's at, man. And I reckon it's a lot easier than maintenance. Depends what maintenance you're doing, how good your boss is, all that sort of stuff. Can be pretty draining. I think it's good to do both. I've done both. Best way to get rid of rust on pliers is a heap of ways, as Pep is saying. Well, how do I get rid of that? Oh, there we go. WD-40, just put a bit on that and wipe it off, or you could just use vinegar. If you use white vinegar, white vinegar, it's super cheap, man. Just leave it in white vinegar overnight, come out, just scrape it down, and it'll pretty much come off, especially if it's just pliers that are got a bit of surface rust. If it's just surface rust, it'll come straight off. Really easy. But vinegar, diesel, any of those, vinegar is definitely the cheapest. You don't want to be playing with diesel. Dynalite and C-Bus, yeah, I've done a heap of that years ago now, though. We haven't done, no, we've done a fair bit of Dynalite recently. Still doing dynamite. Not too much C-bus. I haven't seen that for a while. Not in commercial. Now, I'm not going to be showing the Vito Pro pack. Right, I don't even think it's in here, man. But yeah. Josh, I'm an electrician, man. We're tools. Yeah, I've got I wouldn't say I've got a fair few. They're too pricey. I'd love some of those kits, man, but I've been putting off getting those kits for probably like 3-4 years now. They're just too expensive. I do love their gear. I love their screwdrivers are really good. And I have one of their multi screwdrivers, the pop out one. Now, I haven't done any PLC stuff. What am I specialized in? I'd say I'm more of a jack of all, man. I have specialized. I went down the fiber route for a while. Went down the data route. I did AV for 3 years. Did like track hoist systems for 3 years. Did commercial fit outs, bank fit outs. I've done schools. I've done universities. I've done government buildings. I've done all sorts of stuff. So I wouldn't say I've really specialized. Like, I think to specialize in something, you've really got to do it for, what do you reckon, like 10 years? Maybe 5 to 10 years. And it's got to be on a specific sort of thing. So I wouldn't say I really specialize in anything. Hazardous work areas? No, not really. I can get my ticket. I have thought about getting my ticket through work. But yeah, I haven't done any hazardous. Screwdriver set right at the moment. And I need to get around to it. Maybe these ones here. These are the Klein Tools Slimline. These are the ones I'm running. These ones I've got 3. I've got 1, 2, and another set. They're for the giveaways still, which I haven't done. Sorry. Need to go around to that. But yeah, those ones, Slimlines, absolutely love them. Oh, James the Joiner. What's going on, man? How's your Saturday night going? Tips for a first year just starting. For me, it's just pretty much being on time. If you're motivated, that's a massive one for me. Absolutely changes the day. If you're motivated, you're there listening. I think a lot of things roll out from being motivated. If you're motivated, you're going to be there on time. You're going to be paying attention, maybe asking questions, not sitting on your phone. That's a pretty simple one. But as a first year, man, it's a pretty much no-brainer on that one. Carry around a notepad and pen. And even if you're doing notes on your phone, it's better to have a notepad. Just looks like you're not on your phone. Carry around tape. Carry around your basic hand tools, man. Even if it's just like a little, even these ones. This is a little Extron. Who knows Extron termination screwdrivers? Surely there's a fair few people. I've got like 1,000 of these. If you work with Extron gear, you get these in the little packs. And yeah, I always get dibs on those. Even a little one of those in your pocket. Have one of them. Have a test pencil. Have a pen like a Nico. Have a biro. Have a pencil, whether it's just a normal pencil or like a picker pencil. Yeah, just those basic little things. Obviously, you don't need to know everything already. And just be onto it. Just do what the tradie says. It's pretty simple. And do what you're told. Like B. Follow said. Daily Pies are my NWS 225 mil, man. Absolutely love them. $53 from Bunnings. Can't beat them pretty much. So these are the ones I'm going to be giving away. I actually really liked these. I still like them, but I really liked them before I even tried the NWS. If you like crosscuts, we were chatting about the Marvels before. These are really nice, but apparently some of the new ones are starting to chip. I don't know, but that's what it is. What subjects did you study in school to be an electrician? Man, I pretty much failed school. I passed, but barely. I did all the dumb subjects and still almost fail. But if you're going to do it, maybe anything to do with trig. If you can do a bit of trigonometry, maybe a bit of physics. I didn't do physics, so like when it comes to heating and lighting, that sort of stuff, maybe. Channel locks are overrated. I'm with you, Ryan. 100%. Oh, actually, I still need to do that post. Got some freshies. I want to put them up against these ones. So Klein sent me these ones to try out, and unfortunately, I had to tell them that they were not very good. And I'm supposed to put them up against the channel lock. So I might even do that this week, because the idea of them bringing out these was to go up against these. And from me using these, I rather the channel locks. So, yeah, we'll see what happens there. Oh, she's fresh in the shed. Do you buy all your tools, or do company give you some tools? I've spent a fortune in the last 4 years, 40K plus. My boss has banned me spending any more. Scott, welcome to the team, man. Welcome to the team. I love him, man. He's got the fever. Yeah. I think we discussed that before, whether we buy them all. So we only have to buy our hand tools and drills. That's pretty much it. We've got a selection of tools we're going to buy, and the company buys the rest: hammer drills, reciprocating saws, band saws, meters, other than your normal multimeter. But yeah, I go above and beyond. But that's because I love it. Call me a collector. I don't know what you want to call me, an addict, a fanatic, crazy. But I also have this channel, so I love buying them to try out. But yeah, 40K fortune in the last. Have you spent 40K in 4 years, man? That's what did I have? $38,000 worth of tools in that big YouTube video I did, and that's over 15 years, man. So you're winning if you call that winning. Am I a foreman? Nah, I'm not really wanting the foreman role. I've done that role sort of twice on jobs, and then ran a whole pile of smaller jobs where there was only me and an apprentice. But yeah, I'm not after the foreman sort of role. I'm good on the tools, man. I just like being on the tools. Foreman, they can be on the tools, shouldn't be, in my opinion. They should be pretty much doing everything else. But yeah, I just want to be on the tools. Scott Johnson, sure have and still going. Cheers, mate. I should shout you a beer. So I don't know if you'd be able to afford them. How many beers am I down? Only this is probably my 5th one, but that's been since, I'd say, 4:30, so 4 hours. So I'm all good. What's a construction Sparky get where from? Depends if you're in EBA or not. So we're not EBA, but we're pretty looked after. We're around the $50 an hour. So EBA can be $60, $70, $80, I think. Some of the guys are getting. I might move this over. I think that made it worse. That better? A little bit better. Yeah, $50 an hour. There's a lot of other companies in construction that are around the. There we go. That are around the 35. I think 35's or 34 is probably the least. So let's go 34 up to $80 an hour. Brock asking how my day was. Cheers, man. Yeah, all good. Like the missus is still sick. She's got I don't know if I don't like saying it on social media because it sort of flags the things. But yeah, she's got the 19 at the moment. Quite a few days in, but still not great, man. I think it's day 3 or 4, probably 4. She's fine, but yeah, just a lot of bed rest, headaches, all that sort of stuff. So I'm just looking after the kids, trying to do that sort of stuff. Got out a YouTube video today, which was good. Is that a bit better? Just getting stuff around the house done. But yeah, I can't complain, man. Really good. Took the kids out today, just for a walk, that sort of thing. Yeah, cheers, Brock. Yeah, she should be fine. Yeah, it's just like she's basically got a flu. Yeah, as long as she's not going to hospital, that sort of stuff, she can breathe really well. I don't think I've got it yet, so I thought I would have, but we're staying clear. She's wearing a mask inside. Not that it probably really works that well, but we're just doing what we can without being too silly. Would I go into maintenance electrical if you offered the same amount? So I can, with the company I'm with, we can do all sorts of stuff. I could go to maintenance. It's definitely not a route I want to go back to. I have done maintenance for a while. Sort of go back in and out whenever some of the guys go on holidays. I go back in. It's not too bad, but yeah, it's definitely not something I really want to be back into just yet. What's the heated jacket like? This one's just the vest. So as you can see, I've actually just got a long sleeve shirt. So this is just the vest. I don't know what the temp is. It's probably like it's, yeah, blowing a bit of steam. But yeah, like this is actually quite comfortable at the moment. I've actually got, you can see bare legs as well, skinny legs. Yeah, they're good, man. I've got the heated hoodie. I've had that for 2, maybe 3 years, and that's been absolutely fantastic. Love that. And I don't know, I can't remember how long. This is just a 2 amp hour. You haven't seen them. They're in the back there. This is the old M12. Yeah, M12 2 amp. I think they last probably about, is it 4 hours on high? I think they go up to 8 hours or more, 8 to 10 hours on low. Oh, actually, that's, oh no, it's turned off because of that. So that's high, it's medium, that's low. Yeah, I think you get about 4 to 5 hours. So usually I just wear in the mornings going to work. Lately, I haven't done it because it's not that cold. Just threw it on tonight because it is fresh. I'm out in the shed. The door is fully open, so I'm pretty much outside. Ooh. All right. What else we got? What else we got? Electricians, what are we? Are you allowed to film your work from Nick? Sort of, not really. Like, yeah, I pretty much do as little filming at work because obviously I'm working. Like if you saw, I did the fluke meter one just before, so that was actually I'd already finished, and we were packing up and quickly did that. But yeah, it's sort of frowned upon, that sort of stuff. Like, yeah, it sort of sucks. I would love to be able to film so much at work. There's just so much I'd love to share and show people. I get asked all the time, sort of what I do and what the commercial industry is like, and I think it's just an awesome industry to be in. So I'd love to share a lot more of it, and that is sort of one of the routes I'm looking at. Once again, I'm going to try to get into that. That's what tomorrow's YouTube video is about. So that'll be out at 6 a.m. tomorrow morning. That video will be up, and I'm basically discussing where Addicted to Tools is going, all that sort of stuff. A lot of changes, massive changes, really. Like, yeah, really big. The pack out cool. Oh, you're talking about the large, like proper esky. I've seen that. I didn't know it was fully out. It's probably out in the US, not over here though. Benny, what's going on, man? Cheers for watching, man. Absolutely love doing the content. Like, that's why I'm here. Like, really, I've got so much work I've got to actually do behind the scenes for doing all the social media. There is a heap of work, emails. I've got the store as well, all that sort of stuff where I sell all the tools. Got more packaging to do, sending. So, but I just love it. Love talking with everyone, and yeah, just love it, man. You're a fan of the Artesian Electrics channel. It would be great to see you at work as well. I haven't seen it, man. I might have to have a look. The Artesian Electrics channel sounds sick. Hi from Cumbria, UK. Cheers, Mick. Mick English from the UK. It's heap of UK people on here, that's for sure. I think half the Sparkies I follow. I'm trying to think, there are quite a few Aussies that I follow, but there's a heap of UK guys. Heap of UK guys. How did you get enough money? No way. So Browntown, Browntown, he's asking, just wondering, how did you get enough money not working for yourself to buy a house, etc.? Is it lots of overtime bonuses? Nah, good question, man, Brown. Definitely. Well, for me, when I was both an apprentice and then when I turned tradie, literally all I did was work. I've been with my wife since I was 15. I'm 34 now, and got into my apprenticeship. She went to uni and all that sort of stuff. Did business school, the uni shit, whatever that is, and we both worked our asses off. We had a goal of buying houses and building this future. And basically, yeah, I worked my ass off, man. Like as I was saying earlier, there was a point where I was earning about $5,000 a week in the hand, and that's not EBA, not in the mines. That was just away work, doing like 80 to 100-hour weeks, just stupid hours. And I'm not saying you need to do that to buy a house. So I don't want to scare like young fellas that are trying to buy a house. It is obviously different now. But yeah, you just got to work, man. As an electrician here in Queensland, it's pretty easy to be earning $110,000 to $130,000 a year. You just have to do that overtime, and yeah, go for it, man. Like if that's what you want to do, get a house, get your cars, all that sort of stuff. I did all the cars. I did up an A86 Corolla. Did that for probably 10 years. Got rid of that roughly 2 to 3 years ago, which was one of the saddest days of my life. But spent a shitload of money on that. Bought a lot of toys in the past. Had a lot of fun. And but yeah, settled down, bought houses, all that sort of stuff. And that's pretty much where we're at now, is sort of buying houses and all that. It's definitely worthwhile going down. But yeah, you got to work hard, man. I do think you got to work hard to get that sort of stuff. And it's not just working hard, it's also saving. I went through those phases where you spend a heap of money, but then we went through phases where you just save. So you just eat your noodles. Like even if you're earning 120, 130, 40, $50,000 a year, if you're eating noodles, man, you're putting that cash away. So get your house pretty quick then. Bushbound 4x4, advice for a young Sparky looking to further their career, looking to put myself through a project management course. Well, I think you're on the right step, man. As I was saying earlier, if you want to further your career, it's about those tickets, getting courses, getting training. The more training you get, and if you can get it with the companies you're with, man, that like you'll definitely succeed. Whether you get those tickets, if they're not going to push you forward into those roles, you might have to go elsewhere. Find certain companies that are wanting to help you get to those places. I think that's one of the greatest things about a lot of the companies out there. There are quite a few that are willing to put you through those courses to then keep you and put you into those roles. So that's sort of what you want to be looking for. But yeah, keep doing the courses, man. I don't know what else I can really say. It's all about those tickets. Starting Cert 2 next week. Think not being in the industry will make it harder for me getting mature age. I'm not going to say it's easy getting a mature age apprenticeship. Obviously, I didn't do it, but I know a heap of people that have tried. I think it is a lot. I don't know how much harder, so I won't say a lot harder. It is harder, but I think if you keep in there, man, contact enough people, talk to people. So the more people you know, the better. Usually, you can find someone that knows someone that knows someone, and that's pretty much the best way in, I think. But you might have to go to like a labor hire company. There's a lot of labor hire companies that will help you out. So definitely hit up them. And if not, hit up labor hire companies and say, do you know anyone that will help out, sort of thing. So, because obviously those people know people in the industry. So it's worthwhile hitting them up. Matt Osborne, cheers, man. Love doing the content, man. Love doing it. Nick, took you 4 years to get a mature age. You start next week. Oi, cheers to Nick, man. Well done. 4 years work. Like, that's a hard slug, man. I give it to you for keeping it up, man. Like, that's fantastic. Keep me updated. That's what I love. I love telling people to keep me updated with, especially their apprenticeships when they become tradie. I've been doing this almost around the 3-year mark, at least on Instagram, not TikTok and not YouTube. Close to that on YouTube, but I've been able to talk with so many people and sort of got to know them, got to talk with them online. So DM me. Always feel free to just chat if you've got questions or just literally just want to chat. Show me your tools. I love seeing tool setups and just love talking the trade. I've seen so many apprentices become tradies now. It's just awesome. Absolutely awesome. So love the hard work. Love seeing people achieve. Solar work. I don't think I'll do a little bit, I think, and even with the next part of what I'm doing with Addicted to Tools, I'll probably do a little bit of solar work, hopefully. I don't think I'd want to do much of it work. Maybe the big stuff. I'd be really interested in the big stuff, knowing how the little stuff works. But yeah, not really. Yeah, it's not really on the list. There you go. Joshua Hunt, as a mature age here, many companies definitely can find pros in the sense of maturity. That's sort of where I come from, but I do know it's still harder for him for some reason. He's saying life experience, actually wanting to do the job. I think that's the biggest one, man. Like, I don't know how many of you have worked with brand new apprentices, so like straight out of school, and they just don't give a shit. They're just when smoko, they're on their phone. And this sort of goes back to what I was saying before. Advice for a first year: if you're motivated, then that's a big tick for me. Just the motivation. Yeah, a lot of them come in, think they're privileged, they're owed the world. When's smoko? When's payday? I don't really want to be here. I've had guys just not turn up because they didn't want to do the job. Like, I've never thought about not turning up. So it's just a different world. But yeah, with the mature age, especially if you've got a family, you've got priorities. You've got things that you've got to be looking for. So you've got to keep that job. And I think that's a bit of a fire, a bit of a motivation for you. Brock, any wholesalers you know of selling the green marksman? Would love to get a hold of some. Nah, not in Southeast Queensland, unfortunately. The only one was CNW over in WA, unfortunately. And I have got to give those away still. I've really got to, just with everything that's been going on, a giveaway just wasn't sort of on the cards. And I don't know if you know, but giveaways are just sort of a bit of a pain. I love doing them, love giving stuff away. And we definitely have to I've got a whole pile of stuff here to give away. So we might do that pretty soon. Hopefully this month. I need everyone to just yell at me. Just DM me. Just give stuff away. Just so I do it. I just need to it's just time. That's all. OGC slaps. I'm a brickie myself, but enjoy watching. Cheers, man. All the tool setups. Nah, I love that. You don't really need to be in a certain trade. Like I get people from IT, even like mums and just random people watching just because they like to see the different setups, different tools. Yeah, anyone that wants to watch, cheers. What's my favorite tool? Man, I get asked that all the time. I hate the question because I don't really know. It sort of goes, it always changes. At the moment, it's the little cutoff saw. So I don't know if you've seen the little Milwaukee M12 cutoff saw. Absolutely love it. Used it a lot on the last job, a little bit on this job, and it's just so handy because it's so small, fits in the bag, and it cuts through cable tray, cuts through stainless. I cut through a whole stainless steel backing on a bar and put in GPO holes. Worked fantastic. Couldn't believe it. How old am I now? And when I got my first house, I am 34. Got my first house at, I was 19, 20, 21, 22. I was probably 23. I think I turned tradie at 22, maybe just 23, and then saved up for 6 months with my wife. As I was saying before, we just went ham, man. We just went hard. We were both living with our parents, which was fortunate, and went for 6 months, bought our first unit. I think that was 380, something around the 380 mark. And that was our first sort of jumping point. And then just went from there, bought another house 4 years later. Because the first one was a unit in the city. Absolutely loved it. Good when we were both just no kids, all that sort of stuff. And we wanted kids, so we moved out and bought another house, built that house. We sold that one, was it probably 3 to 4 years ago now? We sold that one and the unit. So we actually had the unit for rent, sold both of them, bought the house we're in now. And that's pretty much where we're at. Ethan, month into his apprenticeship in solar, his skin is 10 shades tanner, 100%. I could only imagine, man. Fire protection? No, I haven't really thought about too much into fire. With where Addicted Tools is going, I might do a little bit of that, but we'll definitely see, man. Is that what you do? You rate it? M18. I don't know about the M18 gear. Probably, like, I love reciprocating saws, man. And all it comes down to is it cuts up shit. That's pretty much. I love reciprocating saws. So you just thrive at work. Yeah, that's good, man. OGC Slaps saying that he, you left school at 16, turning 17 in a month, and just loving work. Left school, are really immature and not keen to work, but you just thrive at work. That's it, man. It's the motivation. Like, and I guess you either have it or not for what you're doing, but motivation is a massive, massive game changer. Hilti clip guns. Which ones? We call them the shoot 'em up gun. I don't even know what they're called. The gas, the gas ones. We've got the gas. Which ones we use now? The gas ones. We used to use the gunpowder ones. We can't use them anymore. Is there a second live from God? Oh yeah, like hold on. Yeah, let's all meet each other. This could be fun. How do we do this? So this is TikTok. This is Instagram. And this is YouTube. YouTube meet TikTok. TikTok meet YouTube. Instagram meet TikTok. Instagram meet YouTube. Whoa. Yeah, we've got it all pumping, man. Pumping the lives. Usually I have these two, which are the Instagram and TikTok. Worked out those, and then totally forgot about YouTube. So this is like I've done 1 or 2 other lives on YouTube. That was quite a while ago. So yeah, I'm looking at screens, and plus I've got lighting behind you, as you can see. Got all my studio lights in the shed. Jeez, you can go warm. They're pretty good, straight off Amazon. Bloody fantastic. How do we go back down? Cold. We can go white. It's a pretty good setup for a 3x3 shed. Whew. Yeah, 100%. God of anything. Bro, I wish there was software to live all 3. It'd make it so good. So good. You live your food truck every night, and I tried YouTube, but it was 25 gig. Yeah, right. Yeah. I'll have to check out your food truck, man. God of anything. Go check him out. Live's where it's at, man. Love the chats. William, am I going to be buying a new circular saw? Dude, I'm with the new work I'm going to be doing very soon. Yeah, I've been trying to figure out which way to go. So if anyone has any thoughts on circular saws, not Milwaukee, we are not touching the bloody Milwaukee. And if you don't know, the trigger just fails, and it's a known problem. It's a known problem with a fair few of their tools, actually, supposedly. But yeah, that Milwaukee circular saw. There's been days where I went to do a video. Well, yeah, I've done it quite a few times, and I just couldn't do the video. So absolutely terrible. Bosch by Turbo. I've heard good things about the Bosch. So, but I've heard quite a few good things about a lot of the brands. So you've got the Bosch. I don't know if I want the DeWalt, the DeWalt. We've got the Bosch. Hikoki's supposed to be pretty good. I do want to get onto the XGT gear though, so that's sort of where I'm going to be going. Yeah, I'm not going to be going corded, Benny. Come on. Why? What are you? What are you going to offer, Benny? Benny P411. What do you reckon? Go corded? Definitely think the cordless. Makusi, you've had the Milwaukee Circ saw since 2016. Never skipped a beat. Yeah, I've had mine. I reckon it's probably pretty close, man. Maybe not 16, maybe like 4 years. So maybe like 2018. And like really haven't used it too much because I don't do too much of that work. I only really used it for when I was doing, I was making tables and that sort of stuff. And it worked for quite a few years. It's only been the last year that the trigger, it just doesn't work. And then it'll randomly work. Watch my YouTube videos, man. Almost all the ones where I use it. I think all the ones where I use it in the last year, I'll be using it and it won't work. I'll move it around and then it randomly works. So, don't know. Do you think the Milwaukee framing gun is worth it? I don't do framing guns, man. I'd love to say more about them, but I don't work in the industry. So, we are looking at getting one though. Will be probably in the next 6 months for the new work that we're going to be doing. Check out the YouTube video tomorrow. 54 range from DeWalt. Switch to that, and there are new power stack batteries. I'm wanting to get onto that stuff, man. Looks fantastic. So that could be the way. Yes, they are, man. Who asked that? Do you know? Matt Carter. Do I know if the reds? So you got the red and the orange or the yellow, whichever color. These ones are made in Taiwan, I believe. Taiwan? Yeah. These ones are in Taiwan. They're used different steel. That's why they're a lot cheaper. So you can actually get a 2-pack, this one and the side cutters for $50, whereas these ones are around the $50 to $60. These ones are Japanese steel, so it should be a lot better. But as I've talked about a few times now, these ones apparently are starting to chip, the newer ones. So I don't know if there's any difference, but we're going to track that down, because these ones are actually straight from Japan. Literally bought them from Japan off the shelf. Had someone do that and send them over. They're a little bit different. They're a 200N, not an MVA 200. It's an MVA 200N. So that's the main difference. That's why they're cheaper. I use these for probably 4 to 5 months. Loved them. No problems. No chipping. So, yeah. What is the highest? What's the highest I've been in a boom lift? Don't know. I have been at the Brisbane airport. It's the terminal car parks. And we were probably 6 levels up. And we're on one of the bridges that went over. And we were hanging out over that. So what's that? Like, what do you got? 4, you're probably looking at almost 5 meters. So you're looking at 30, 35 meters, and then you're up. So probably about 40 meters, pretty high. I'm pretty right with heights, though. I was shaking it. The other dude wasn't happy. Do I oil my tools before use? When I buy new pliers, that's pretty much the first thing I'll do, unless they don't need it. Like if they're like this, usually I'll do a fall test. So like that, perfect. Absolutely perfect. So with these, I don't think they'll do it. They're very close. These are brand new. I only opened the packet before. So it actually holds pretty hard there. So those almost wouldn't worry about, but yeah, I put a bit of the, where is it? The 3-in-1 oil on them. So that's the way to go. Brian Tiles, what's going on, man? How's your weekend going? Doing a bathroom renos, using the NWS 225s. Hope you're having a good day, man. Just got the Nipex 200mm high leverage after your video, and I've been trying your technique for twisting. Awesome, man. Awesome. Mate, that technique is it's definitely the way to go. You're obviously using the insulation on it still, so you don't have the offcuts. If you're doing that, it's just a game changer. What can I say? I love it. So good. God of anything, you're everywhere. Over on TikTok, back over onto YouTube. Stack your other devices above. Yes, that's where I'm going. I need to figure out a way of doing that. So you're over here, so I'll show you that. So that's the setup. Hold on. So it's actually a stand I bought off Amazon with 2 things on it. So what really I should do, I need to get another phone. I think I can do lives on another phone. I could probably get 3, and I think I'd have to make something up. Yeah, I could put see, I used to put the stand behind the desk. Like I actually have the desk over here. So I haven't got a desk here because I couldn't get it close enough. With the lives, I need to be able to read it. And that's been the only problem. So when it's behind a desk, I've really got to lean in over it. But I'm taking all the opinions, and yeah, definitely hit me up with anything you've got. If you find anything, I could probably do like 3 phones, something like that. I have got another phone. I've got the work phone. I could probably use that. Don't tell work. But yeah, it would be better than, like I could probably, we could probably get this a bit closer. That's probably a bit better. That's probably a bit better. I should have thought about this. Might have to have you on the team, God, of anything. You can go live straight from GoPro. How would you read the comments? I've thought about going GoPro, but I think you can know. I haven't really looked at it, so. Brian, yeah, you got your ATT hoodie. Oi, I think I was going to repost that. Hit me up. I was going to repost that because you did put up a post, yeah. I'll have to I remember it came up when I was at work, and I usually don't. Yeah, I'll have to go back and have a look and repost it. But yeah, glad it got to you, man. Cheers for the support. Absolutely love the support from you, man. It's been absolutely awesome. Timbo, oi. Tim Johnson, cheers, buddy. Where are you? Fuck, man. Airport Crew 2005. So I've got one of my apprentices, like in tradie now. Fuck. 2015, we worked together at the airport for, were you out there for probably 2 years or something? From a freshie, I think. I think you were like brand new. Good to see you, man. Airport Crew 2015. Have to get the boys together. Oi, do you know Chippy's now a copper? He left and became a policeman. So, yeah. Yeah, tradie. Yeah, that's sick, man. I love seeing old apprentices or people who work. That's sick. Need to fix this. What's a good cheap insulated screwies? Screwdrivers. Cheap ones. Dude, like realistically, how often are you going to use them? I'd just go like the cheap, like the work zone ones. I absolutely love. They're fine. They're from Aldi. They're like $8. Oh no, they're up to $10 set now. So, but yeah, $10 for a set, and then you don't feel bad, especially if you're working on cars. You're going to be using them as a lever for sure, or a chisel. So, yeah, definitely. The work zone ones. I think the ones. What's the Bunnings brand again? I can't remember. They're all good, man. There's no reason. And really, for car work, I wouldn't worry about having insulated. It's only 12 volt. Yeah, there you go. Luke Richards onto it. They have a set for $10. Craft Right. That's the ones. Craft Right. I haven't actually used them. Well, no, I have. I've got one or two. I don't know where I got them from. Probably from Dad. Probably from the ones he bought years ago. Probably stole them from him. But yeah, the Craft Right and Work Zone. Yeah, love the Work Zone gear. We used, well, it wasn't Work Zone, it was the Ferrex. Ferrex is pretty good for the price. Oh. Scott Johnson, do tool companies give you tools to try out and review? Yeah, they definitely do. I'd say it's probably like maybe 10% of the tools you see. And when I do post it, you can normally tell by, it says sponsored post. Sometimes I forget, but usually I'm pretty good with that. So it'll say sponsored and sponsored or paid. Yeah, sponsored post. And it doesn't mean I got paid for it. It just means they sent out the gear. So like these ones, like those Klein ones, Klein sent me out. And I posted those and it says sponsored, even though I said they were shit. Like I literally don't care. I don't like if yep. I don't care about sort of giving them a good rep unless it's actually good gear. I got these. So this jacket, Milwaukee's been really good. mainly because I've posted a crap load of stuff and I have spent probably like 10, 15, I don't know how many grand with them. But the shirt, and this was free from Milwaukee. Once again, I'll put sponsored post. But I only really promote or show, or like I'll tell you if gear isn't good. So like if the Milwaukee heated jacket was terrible, I definitely wouldn't be wearing it. Randy, no, the 12-volt hammer drills are useless. Don't have much use for yours. Is that the M12, the Milwaukee gear? Because that's one thing I'm really wanting to do. I'm doing a heap of overhead hammer drilling at the moment, and obviously using the M18. We've got the M18 with the dust extraction. I've posted about that, and it's fairly heavy. So I would love to try out the M12, see how much, if it's any good at all. But yeah, I've heard mixed reviews. It's just for the overhead stuff. Like it's not really a problem. I don't really have a problem with it, but yeah, it's just you do it day in, day out. It would be nice, like even if it might be like a kilo lighter. I might have to have a look if it's actually any lighter. I did find out. I weighed these today or yesterday. If you don't know, that's the surge. So that's the hydraulic impact. That's the normal. They're almost identical in sizing. But this one is 900 and was it 900 and something grams? This one's 700. So it was about 240 grams difference, which is quite a lot. That's skin only, not with a different battery. Obviously, that's a 6, that's a 4, had no batteries on them, and 200 grams different. So that's quite a lot different. If you're after something lighter, which is the idea of going the M12, then I don't know if I'd go the Surge. I haven't used it yet. Still haven't used either of these. Pretty crazy. What we got? Frank. He's a 4th-year apprentice, and all he's ever done is residential solar. Feel like I need to get experience in other avenues, but is a dog act. I know what you mean, man. It's hard, and I sort of get those questions quite a lot. It's hard to dog your boss when he's looked after you for so long. I think you've got to sit down and have that chat with him, man. See if even he can get you into another job somewhere. It's definitely a hard one, but I think to look after yourself, you need more experience, man. Unless you're just going to do solar for the rest of your life, and you might not even get through your capstone. Yeah, you need more experience. Yeah, it depends what you're after. If you're only wanting to do solar, then maybe it's all right. But who wants to do solar for their whole life, even if you love it? I don't think you could do it for your whole life, could you? Scott Johnson, maybe I should start a channel. May get more tools. I have so much Milwaukee, Nipex, gear wrench. It would be fun. Anything on starting? Love the collaboration. Hit me up, man. What's the best way to, if you're on Instagram, that's normally the easiest way. DM me, but if not, man, hit me up in an email, and we'll go back and forth, man. If you've got that many tools, it's definitely worthwhile trying. And if you love it, which you probably do, sounds like it, it's worthwhile doing. That's pretty much all I did. I already had the tools. You have the knowledge. You just start posting. So I can definitely give you tips. So, yeah, we can collaborate for sure, man. We can definitely do something. So hit me up, whether it's on any of the other social media. It's hard. I don't know if I can even can you do DMs or anything on YouTube? But if not, in all my descriptions, I've got the email, which is just sales@addictedtotools.com. So SALES. So just, yeah, track me down, man. I'll find you. I'll definitely remember your name, and we can definitely do something. Yeah, that's a good question. Mark Smith is asking what my work life's like, advantage and disadvantage of your work. And I sort of went over it a little bit before. When I was younger, it was just me and the missus, and she was working all the time, and pretty much I was working all the time. I was working a lot more. I was doing away work. Pretty much lived away for maybe almost 2 years of my apprenticeship, sort of on and off, doing a lot of away work, not mine work. It was just sort of like banks. So we were doing like banks all over Queensland. So we'd travel up to Cairns, Toowoomba, Townsville, Mackay, all over the place. And we're just doing huge hours, all that sort of stuff. I missed out on a fair bit. I do have to admit, I missed out on one of my best mates' Bucks party. I got to his wedding, but missed the Bucks party. That's probably one of the biggest ones I missed. Missed a lot of in-between stuff, but when I did come back home, always saw the mates and went out and all that sort of stuff. But yeah, it'd be months on end where we just worked. I'd buy toys, cars, DJ stuff, like just all sorts of silly toys when you're younger, which I definitely loved. I would highly recommend. But yeah, when you're younger, I think that's the time to do it. And then now I've got a family and I want to be around them a lot more. So I normally do about the 40 to 50 hours a week, and I'm pretty comfortable. At the moment, I am doing all the other social media stuff, but I get to do a lot of that at home. But if we're just talking electrical, the work I'm doing is pretty good, where you can just do your commercial. You do commercial 50 hours a week. It's only a couple of hours a day overtime, and you get to see your friends, family, have a weekend. I think that's where it's at, man. I really do think that's where it's at. I hope that answers that question. How's the boss with the time on the phone? In what way, man? Like when I'm at work, I'm really not on the phone. I do a tiny bit here and there. As I was saying before, like even that fluke, the fluke post I did before, that was after we'd finished. But really during the day, I'm not really on the phone. So like all my content is, or 99% of my content is either at home or elsewhere. So it's not at work. Yeah. CPT. Wee man. You've seen the Milwaukee is bringing a cable clipper to Australia. Do you think you'll give it a try? At the moment, it looks like Milwaukee will be sending that out. So fingers crossed. I was having a chat with them the other day and they asked me about the clipper. And I did say yes, 100%, especially for the work that's coming up. As I was saying earlier with the YouTube, tomorrow more information will be released about that. Yeah, I'll definitely be using the cable clipper. So, yeah, I'm keen for that. What was it we were looking at? So, it was the cable clipper. We got a stapler, cable stapler, the new Milwaukee insulated screwdrivers, the laser, and there was one other, something else. Can't remember. Matt, what we got? How much does a commercial Sparky make? So for myself at the moment, I'm around the $50 an hour. But it ranges, man. Range from company and job. So I'm not EBA or anything, but we can be around the 35 and you can get up to like $80, $90 an hour, depending. Really depends on the job. Ryan, what's going on from South Africa? Good to see you, man. The Weha Klein multi screwdriver. Haven't used the Weha one much, actually. That's the insulated one, which pops out the back. It's not too bad. Like it is a pretty good one, and is it one of the only insulated ones, but I've heard heaps of problems with them. If you drop them a couple of times or on the wrong spot, the end pretty much breaks. So that's the downfall. The Klein Tools one, is it the 14-in-1? It's the whatever the ratcheting. So if you look up a multi screwdriver from Klein, look up the ratcheting one, $40 on Amazon. I've got the link to go straight to it on my website, addictedtotools.com. And that is one of the best, literally one of the best. It's just not insulated, but it is absolutely fantastic. I highly rate that one. Yeah, Scott, definitely hit me up on Instagram, man. Love to chat with you. I love, so like anyone out there that wants to chat about if you're starting a channel, you've started one, whether it's on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, all that sort of stuff. I literally live that life. I research the hell out of it and just love everything about sort of how it all works. So definitely happy to help you out in any way I can. Yeah, even if we do a collaboration, as you said, man, if you've got the passion, if people have the passion, man, I'm happy to be around them. You know what I mean? Absolutely love it. Could be made with rope access. Damn, Jay, he's a third-year industrial apprentice and have an associate's degree in mechatronics. Who else? Someone else I know has that. Do you think it's worth pursuing a career in PLCs, or do you think more can be made with rope access? It's a good question, man. I think either way, they're killer ways to go. As I was saying before, if you can get into niches, like they're two niches, man. You can go big money with a rope access. One of my best mates asked me quite a few years ago. He's pretty much a professional rock climber, does all that sort of stuff, but he also owns a rope access business in the mines. So he works in the mines doing that. I think he's an engineer now. He's done quite a few roles in the mines for the last probably like 10 years and all to do with rope access. So huge money. He's done really well, own business. And yeah, he was asking me whether I want to be a Sparky. Obviously, going down the side of mines, I don't really know, but doing that sort of stuff. And you're looking like 200,000 plus, man. So I don't know how much PLCs will get you. I'm sure you can find your place in there. And it's probably easier if you're going to be living at home. But yeah, the rope access stuff, you could probably earn a little bit more money in like the city or whatever. But yeah, if you want to earn that big bucks, go to the mines. Like you'd be killing it. Especially if you'd niched in that market and started your own business. Like realistically, you could own your own business with other guys doing it and just be making a killing. Like yeah, love seeing people with multi backgrounds, especially when they form them into one. If you can form them all into one, which is sort of a little bit what I'm doing with the trade, the tools, social media. Like I knew nothing about social media, and that sort of just took my interest at one time, and I just loved it, delved into it, and now I'm sort of combining them all into one. I was about to say it's actually getting fresh. Yeah, that's that battery. Have I any experience with generators? Nah, man. I really don't. I haven't done much with Jennies at all. We go 6, right? That'll last me till morning. Snap-on ratcheting screw. I haven't tried. I don't think I own anything Snap-on, man. That's sort of one area I've wanted to go down because it's Snap-on. But if anyone wants to fund me, maybe I have to start an OnlyFans or something. If I start OnlyFans, and then we could get on the Snap-on gear. But yeah, I haven't tried anything Snap-on, man. Are they good or what? Oh, Lockie, don't. I did ask everyone to get on me about the giveaways, but look, we haven't done anything yet about any giveaways with the marksman, and I've got all the other gear. Look, tomorrow, I've already done my YouTube video, so that's out of the way. I've already done my orders today. Got a couple to do. We might organise that for this week, yeah? We'll see what we can do. We'll see what we can do. Oh, diff. Snap on his junk, right? Why do you say that? I haven't really used any of it, so I can't say much, but I hear it's the duck's nuts. Quite a few people against Snap-on. Cameron, don't go down the Snap-on path. Almost have to, though, just to sort of trial it, that sort of thing. It's like Festool. I've got no Festool, but really I want to get onto it sometime. And it could be with this next sort of work I'm going to be doing. So might try it then. But like the pliers, I was going to get the pliers. They were $280. And I was like, for $280, it's not worth the review. Like, that's just a no. What do you get for $280 for a pair of insulated pliers? They like serious. Stephen, have you tried the Weira Joker spanners? I haven't, man. And I have been on to Amazon 5 times this week because we're just doing tray work. And if you don't know, the Weira Joker spanners, you can. Oh, let's move that. That must have moved. That's a bit better. No, you don't want to see my crotch. They're just super nice, apparently. Really nice. They're very expensive, really. Yeah, I've looked at them 5 times, waiting on a sale or something. I'm just going to jump. I am going to get them really soon. I might even do it today. I really do want to get them. You reckon Nipex is better than the Snap-ons and Snap-on electric tools, dog water? I didn't know Snap-on did power tools until maybe like a year ago. Someone told me to get onto them, and I was like, "What?" Had a look. They look like garbage, but obviously the way they look is not how they actually are. So don't really know. Here we go, Tim Jemison. 9 years mechanic now, 12 years Sparky. Love it, man. Snap-on is bee's knees. More mechanics use them than Sparkies. Yeah. So Tim? What's the bee? Why are they the bee's knees? Like, I know they're trustworthy. Like, I think they're pretty trustworthy. Yeah, they last a long time. They've got like lifetime warranty, all that sort of stuff. But are they actually different? Like, so these are. I got these for $60. I got my NWSs for $53. But I guess it's different because they're imported over here to Australia, and because the Snap-ons are about $280. Don't know what they are elsewhere. So if they're $100, why are they better? I don't know. That's sort of where I stand. For the money, pay for the name. That's pretty much it. That's from Diff. Yeah. It's like iPhone or Apple, Milwaukee. You pay for that sort of stuff. Some of the gear is good. Some of the gear is not so good. That's probably the same sort of thing with the Snap-on gear. You pay for the name. Some are good. Some of the tools are good. Some of the tools are bad. How am I? From Kerry up north, New Zealand. What's going on, man? Cheers. Hope you're having a good night. I'm doing really well, man. Having a chat with everyone. It's absolutely fantastic. Thoughts on the Zito 18 volt range? Around the house, can't go past it, man. Can't go past it. For around, like, it's the same with the Ryobi gear. For around the house, absolutely perfect. Probably won't if you're doing bigger jobs. So I actually did one of my first YouTube videos was actually just out the backyard here. I was sanding some of the timbers, and my Azito belt sander caught on fire. Well, I don't think it's caught on fire. It's sparked. Got it all on film, which is pretty cool. And that was the end of it. So, but it was quite a few years old. But yeah, not too bad. How's the lawn looking? Fairly good. The front is schmick, man. The back needs, I think, just needs more sun, obviously. With this, with winter and all that sort of stuff, it's doing actually really well. I'm quite happy with it, but obviously the path I'm walking on, I'm trying to move the path just because it's getting a bit of wear and tear. But other than that, man, it's really good, really good. Cheers, Jimmy. Yeah, tax is massive over here, man. Who's that? Mark Smith. And the cost of living is very high at the moment. Yeah, it's pretty much all high. Everything is high. The blue pliers in the Please Patch Me video, these ones, Fujiya. They're the Japanese brand, and they're average. Yeah, the cut wasn't really great. They're not VDE, so not 1000-volt rated. Fujiya. I did a post on all the Fujiya gear. Didn't do these ones. Did all the Hurricane black gear. Absolutely love the black gear, but which that's some of it. I don't know where the pliers are. There's those. They've got the black and gold for the Hurricane. Love it. These are really good. Just pricey. So hey, Kane. I did the exact same thing, man. So he's saying his tools were stolen. Used a Zito for a couple of weeks on the job. Great for the price for home. I think I had my tools stolen. I have Makita. Is that when the Makita? Yeah, I had the Makita gear stolen. Pretty much all of it, except for a couple of items. And no, it mustn't have been Makita. I can't remember. But yeah, there was a time when I got a lot of my tools stolen, and I bought the Zito drill just to get by because it's like what 20 back then it was like $24, something stupid. It wasn't even the high end one, and it got my stuff done. Doing a few holes in, like using a hole saw in steel, definitely didn't like that. But yeah, man, like for the price, if you're just doing a few things around the house, putting up some hangers or like putting up, yeah, just doing a few things, it's not bad. You can't really go past it. Jimmy, yeah, this is the Makita vest. This one's just the vest. I am wearing the Milwaukee long sleeve shirt. I love their shirts, man. I don't think I've ever said that about a shirt. When they actually, so Milwaukee sent me out the normal shirt, just the normal, and then the long sleeve, and I was sort of like, yeah, it's just a bloody shirt, but they're thick and they're comfortable, and even the wife likes me wearing them. So hey, there you go, guys. Maybe Milwaukee should use that as their one of their selling methods. Which soldering iron do I use? I've got the M12, man. Once again, the Milwaukee. I haven't got it here, but yeah, the Milwaukee M12. Absolutely love it. It's been going, I reckon, 4, maybe almost 5 years now. Still going strong. I don't use it too often now. I bought it for AV. So I did AV for 3 years, which was close to a year and a half ago, maybe 2 years since then. And yeah, bought it for AV. Absolutely loved it. Oh. Frank, looks like I'm out to buy a Milwaukee long sleeve shirt. Like, trust me, like I don't want to sound like a Milwaukee shill. Like I've bagged the shit out of Milwaukee stuff. Some of their stuff is trash. Their their pliers. I haven't even got them up there. Their pliers are trash. Their fish tape was trash. What else? There's quite a few things I've trashed on the YouTube. But their shirts, like they've done pretty well, man. I think they're coming out with a little bit of fashion stuff. Like it's sort of like just sort of subtle Nice shirts. Whether it's because I don't think this one's really for work. They have got some other ones they sent me, which I haven't really worn yet, I don't think. And they're like the sweat, like the gym sort of clothes ones. They're for work. And I think they're sort of going down the cart, right? That's sort of where I can sort of see them going. They've brought out new hats as well. And I reckon they're going down the Cartwright. Am I saying that right? Cartwright, we don't really have that over here. But Cartwright Avenue, where it's sort of like work fashion, which is not a bad idea. I think like these shirts are pretty nice. There you go, Frank saying you had the impact driver, got it replaced 4 times before you got it refunded and got a Makita one. It's a fair call, man. I'm actually, that's one thing I'm not looking forward to. So all my gear's like 7 to 8 years old, all my drills, and they're fantastic. No problems with them. Only the chuck on the normal drill, which is pretty much all known. But I've heard a lot of problems about a lot of their newer drills. So I'm really not looking forward to that. But sort of why I went this route. Once again, I do like the M12, but I'm sort of going to see if that happens. And if it does, I'll definitely tell you guys all that sort of stuff. Yeah. Oi, Scott. So, Scott, you've got the base layer shirt from Milwaukee. That's got the battery. So it's actually just a normal shirt which goes under. I have seen. So you're over in the US, yeah, Scott? Yeah, it means yeah. I saw those. I've been waiting for that to come out into Oz. I haven't seen it. Carhartt. What did I say? Cartwright? Elliot. No one else got onto that. What was I saying? Cart Cartwright or Cart? Yeah. Carhartt. I think I was saying Cartwright. Yeah, Carhartt. President Eddie, what's going on, man? Jimmy, do I watch Scott Brown Carpentry? I've watched. Oh, I don't think I've watched a whole episode, but he's got good stuff, man. He's a really good dude. Definitely a good dude. I reckon someone I'd get along with pretty well. He's done really well for himself. It's sort of like a route I would like to go down, just a little bit different, a bit more tools, that sort of stuff. He's definitely done a lot. I think he gets his. I watch the ones where he gets his mate out and he shows all the specialty tools. That dude needs a show. I'd watch that. Fat Tony, what's going on, man? Hope you're having a good night. Shadows 55 did underground. What is that? Flam proof panels. Don't know what that is, but with loads of drill and tapping. Makita trucks went quickly. Really, haven't heard too many bad things about the Makita trucks. Chucks. I think I know probably 2 people that had problems with them. So yeah, that's like I don't think there's any brand that doesn't have problems. So like that's why I don't really care. I think they all have good tools. I think they all have bad tools. I think the refunds and how they deal with it all is a real deal breaker for a lot of people. As what's his name said before, sorry man, I forgot your name. You had to do 4 replacements before you went out anywhere else. Like I hope that was an easy process, but I've heard of certain people having problems with brands getting replacements and all that sort of stuff. Jimmy's starting his plumbing apprenticeship. Congrats, man. Let me know how you go. Definitely let me know how you go with your apprenticeship. I don't know if you guys can see it or I just look like a crazy person. It's cold. Kane, he goes through at least 1 Makita chuck every year. Like I guess you're a chippy, but man, that's a lot. That's a lot. Are they replacing them with Makita chucks though? So with mine, I did a whole video on it, and I still don't know if I did it correct. But when I changed the chuck over on mine, I went to a Rome Rome Chuck, which are pretty much one of the best ones they reckon, ROHM. And I am having problems with it now, but that was probably 2 or 3 years ago, and I smash them. So flameproof. Yeah, I still don't know what that is. Flameproof panels. I can sort of get what you mean. Obviously, they're pretty tough to get through. So, but you would purchase 15 every 6 months. That's crazy, man. That's absolutely crazy. So you never went to a different brand? Like I would have tried different brands, not saying that any other brand would have done better, but it'd be like someone like yourself would be really good to come to as a drill brand and say like what's actually really good. So replace with Makita chucks. Boss provides them, so yeah, you use them. Yeah, that like that's fair. Surely he's pulling his hair out and would have tried to figure out another brand. That's just insane. Oh, what we got? Talking about colorblind people over here. Would you do a bag build on Beehive? Yeah, is that Ari? Sorry, I got someone on my screen. Ari, would you do a bag build on the Beehive? Yeah, definitely looking at it, man. Oh yeah, you said thoughts on Beehive. So like, without me even trying it, I can say Beehive's really, really good. The amount of people I know that have come from mining jobs that come onto my sites and have beehives, I look at them, they're absolutely fantastic. Usually they're like 10 years old, still going strong. So, like, I probably will at some stage, but like, I don't want to be spending like around the $300 to $500 on the bag. If they sent it out, I would definitely look at it um, and do a setup. But at the moment, it's not really on the cards. But yeah, like I really do think it is really, really, really good. I think they're probably one of the best, especially if you're looking at those sort of canvas bags. You look at the rugged tool bags, which have been sort of new, the tough tool bags, which I did the whole review on. I have got the rugged bag, which I've got to do a setup sometime. They're on the cheaper end. I don't think they're a proper canvas. I think they're a rip proof vinyl? Is that what it's called? And I think most of them are made overseas. So that's why they're sort of undercutting the Beehive guys. Beehive's, I think, still fully owned and manufactured over in Australia. And the quality, I think, is just up there. So, yeah, I think that's sort of where I stand. KLIC. Do you think the Vito Pro backpacks are worth the price? It's an easy one, man. That's a yes. Like, so when I bought my first, I've actually got it down there, the Tech XL. That's the big normal bag. Before I bought that, I did a heap of research. Couldn't find anything else like that. This is probably like close to 10 years old though. There wasn't much like it around. There's a few other bags that are close, but still nothing like it. And I looked on all the electrical forums. I actually would have been cool to find someone like myself. But yeah, social media wasn't really a big thing. It was on forums. So I looked on electrical forums, and everywhere I went, the same thing is spend the money. Don't think about it. It'll be the best thing you do. So that's pretty much the only advice, man. They are fantastic. So the backpack I absolutely love. It just depends on the setup you want. But all Vito gear is fantastic. I bought the Vito Pro Pack for when I was flying in, flying out. I was doing a lot of that sort of stuff, not in the mines or anything. And just jumping onto the plane, jumping off, putting a backpack on, just absolutely fantastic, man. Still going strong. Jonathan, so at the moment, I'm actually not using the Makita belt. Absolutely love that belt. I have got to say. I've been trying to figure out what to do with it because I don't think I've used it for long enough. But I used it for on site for maybe a month, the last month, and it is really comfortable, really good, and I do like having all the tools there. But I think for what I'm doing at the moment, I'm not having to wear the belt full time, so I have gone to the Fluke bucket, and I am really actually liking that bucket. The bucket actually stays in my my sight box for most of the day, and then I only need a couple of things. I was supposed to do a post the other day, but ended up having to come home because the wife's sick. I'm actually using my MP1, the Vito MP1, the little pouch. So I'm actually using that. Actually, no, I'm using the new the Snickers pants, and just getting the tools I need. Just a couple of spanners, ratcheting spanner, and that's pretty much it. So I'm not really utilizing the belt at the moment, but I did for the last month. Absolutely loved it, going from floor to floor. So yeah, I've changed that. Shadows. If anyone is looking for work, we are building a new 70 million cement terminal in Adelaide. Ah, sounds pretty big, man. Good stuff. Do you have a tone generator from MikTok? Data testers you can recommend? Anything other than Fluke? Because the Fluke's really expensive, especially for a tone tester. So, MikTok, hit me up. What sort of data tester are you after? Are you just wanting one that does pairs, or you're after like a full-on proper tester? Because like a tone generator and a data tester, if you're just wanting to know the pairs and just wanting to send out a tone generator, that's something I've wanted to look at. Because I don't know what you pay for with the Flukes. You can pay $200 to $300 for a tone generator, and realistically, when you think about what's in a tone generator, there's not fucking much at all. Yet, Raffin one got to it before I can. I was about to say AliExpress, eBay, Amazon. So there's a guy at work that has one from AliExpress, I think, and that's sort of the route I'm going to go down. And I want to, as much as I love Fluke and I do work with Fluke, they have fantastic gear and it lasts, but some of the stuff like the tone generator, I'm not spending $300 on a tone generator. Fuck that. I have a done source that is also a data tester. Yeah, like with the data testers, I think I bought 3 back in the day. Yeah, it cost $20. 100% with you, man. Raffin, 100%. So the data tester I've used for a long time. I should do a post on it. I think it cost me. I think I got 3 for $10, and that was. I think I bought it as an apprentice, so probably more than 10 years ago now. Absolutely love it. Yeah, it cost me nothing. Cost me nothing. It only does the pairs, so it only shows you if you've got cross pairs. That's all. But that's the same as a tone tester. Tone tester is nothing. I don't know. Maybe I've got to hit them up and ask them why they're $300. Are they just literally taking the piss? Well, that's a good question, Eshe. So maybe everyone can pipe in. Are plumbers superior than Sparkies? Plumbers are the king of all trades, coming from Jimmy. Recommend multimeter for an apprentice? Oh, it depends on the industry, man. Depends what you're doing. Really does depend on what you're doing. Like a T5 1000 would be fine. You can pick one up for like $200, probably like $100 for secondhand. T6 1000 if you're doing above 1,000 amps. If you're doing 2,000 amps, then the T6 1000 Pro, but you're looking $500-$600. The 117 if you're doing a lot more other stuff other than just if you need more than just ohms, continuity, voltage, and amps. Yeah, it really depends on what you're doing. When I get the Fluke magnet, well spotted. I forgot it was up there. That was from Fluke. So Fluke sent me out that with the last kit. She's really good on this one. Yeah, she's very nice. Bottle opener and magnetic. Oh. Hello from Malaysia. What's going on, Zaim? Zaim? Is that how you say it? Yeah, that's it. Cosborn. Electricians have so many more exams and things always change, whereas plumbing doesn't change. Yeah. So with plumbing, what you need to know is that shit always goes downhill. That's like unless gravity changes, you don't have to know much. Nah, I love plumbers. My dad's a plumber. If he watched this, he'd probably hate me. Nah, literally, I love plumbers. We get along with the plumbers at work. We bit of banter both ways. Yeah, Kayla or Kaylin. It's heated. It is a heated jacket. This is just the vest. I wish I had it on my feet. I have no long pants and no socks on. I'm actually fairly cold. I don't know if you can see it. It's bloody cold. So I'm actually outside. Literally, yeah. If I turn these, oh, you won't be able to see, but that's outside. I'll turn that around. That is outside. I'm freezing. Ooh. I need to get more room, which is what my video tomorrow on YouTube is about getting more room for the shed. So 6 a.m. that video will be up. I'm looking forward to this next stage of Addicted to Tools. Oh, does my work know I make TikToks? Yeah. Mate, tonight I literally did advertising for my company. They asked me to ask if there was anyone chasing work. So, yeah, they definitely know. I don't do too much at work, though. So, like, pretty much, I'd say like 1% is at work. Frank and the Fridgies are the bastard childs of Sparkies and a plumber. Best electric screwdriver for the pocket. It's been a big question, obviously, because I've done a lot of the screwdrivers lately, and there's a lot more I want to get and do. But it just depends on what you're after, man. So the Bosch, the main two I've been using are the Bosch Go. It's big and chunky, but has a heap of torque, man. That thing literally will screw like so much. Like it destroys screws. I've destroyed a couple of screws on some light fittings. I had to turn the torque right down, and it's got a lot of power, a lot of torque. Really, really good for that. But then you've got actually, I've got it where I've got one left. I've got that one, which I've got to actually, that's got to be sent out this week. They're the ones I'm selling at the moment because I really do like them. The 220 USB Plus, which are the 3-speed. So a lot of people see that and they're like, oh, they sell them at Sydney Tools. They do, but they sell the 1-speed, not the 3-speed. And so the main difference is that's a lot less torque and a lot less speed compared to the Bosch. But that is a lot smaller, a lot more compact. It's literally the size of a large screwdriver, and it has a light on it. It's got 3 speeds, so it depends what you're wanting to do. If you're just doing like switch mechs, you're doing GPOs, small terminals, that sort of stuff, then that's the way to go, man. Definitely the way to go. I sort of liked that because it wasn't weighing. It's not going to weigh you down. You know what I mean? If I'm going to go the Bosch. Yeah, it's really hard. It's really hard. Why don't I review any AEG stuff? Because I don't have AEG gear, man. That's pretty much the only reason. Same with all the other ones like Hokoki, all the XGT, Makita gear. There's DeWalt. I want to do them all, but it takes money. 99, well, I'd probably say 90 to 95% of the stuff I review, I buy myself. So just comes down to money, man. So that's sort of where I need the support, need people to buy from the store, whether it's merchandise, tools, donations, stickers. Like I hustle hard on the side, doing all this other stuff, like even picking up this sort of stuff. Like I've had to track down people in Japan to track these down and send them over to me. So then I have to buy a bulk of those, get them sent over. Then I've got to package them. I've got to do all the store. I've got to do all that for a little bit of a profit. And then that profit goes to giveaways, like the stuff I'm going to be hopefully giving away this week. I've had to buy those. And then it goes into tools that I buy so I can review. That's how all this works. That's pretty much how all this works. So, but I love it. Yeah, absolutely love it. But that was a big way of saying why I'm not doing AEG. If AEG sent me some stuff, that'd be fantastic. But most tool brands don't send you too much gear. Lockie's got an electric screwdriver from Aldi. Was it you that told me about that one? I haven't seen it. I'm really keen to give it a go. Really, really interested. Brian, how much time do I spend on socials per week? For the last, I want to say, almost the last year, pretty close to the last year, I've spent probably 30 to 40 hours a week. That's recording posts, doing posts, emails, research, just everything. So that's 30 to 40 hours. Before that, it was probably about 20. I think from day one, I hit it pretty hard, and I went probably 20 hours a week, easy 20 hours a week for the first 2 years, and then 20 hours a week for the first year, and then probably 30 to 40 for the next 2 years. I think it's been about 3 years all up. It's a lot of hours. I think all up, I've probably been on like $1 an hour, maybe, if that. Oh, I think, what's the time? It's 10 o'clock. We've been going for 2 hours. 2 hours, man. Time flies. How's the heated jacket? Good, man. So this one's just the vest, but I have got the long shirt on, and I'm actually pretty nice. My legs are freezing. I've got nothing on my legs, but yeah, it's pretty good, man. I haven't used any of the other gear. I wouldn't mind using the Bosch Makita. I think that's where is the Bosch fluoro? Have they got any fluoro gear? I think that's where Makita's killing it. So Makita has like the raincoat, and they have it's high vis. They've got all the high vis gear. I literally don't know why Milwaukee hasn't done high vis. So very, very strange. The KDJS. What's going on, man? The Bosch screwdriver is mint. It definitely is, man. Like it's really hard to choose because it depends on what you're doing. Because he's asking why did you choose the other one over it? I think for me, I use my M12 a lot, which is why like I've got these. So if I'm doing sort of stuff that needs this, I'm using this. And I think the Bosch it's super hard, man. Like I'm really trying to, I really do struggle. This is just, I think, a little bit lighter. I do like that it's got a light, but it doesn't do everything. So it's sort of like 2 levels below. You've got your M12 Impact, and then you've got your Bosch, and then you've got that. So that's sort of at the bottom end, but they get lighter and lighter. So if you've only got a couple of things and you want to be as light as you can, then you go that. But if you want the power and the torque, then you go the Bosch. But then if you want just all out power, then you go the Impact. Oh, don't ask me just yet, Big Red. It's really hard. So Big Red's asking, he's off to Sydney Tools tomorrow for a new Impact Surge better or stay with the standard. So I haven't used them yet, man. So I might try to get on these tomorrow, and we'll try to get. It's probably a bit too late tomorrow. Yeah. Why do you want the Surge? That's sort of what I would ask. So if you want quieter tool, then definitely go the Surge. I haven't used it, but it's supposed to be a lot quieter. We'll get a post out tomorrow, but it's probably too late. The normal one is 200 grams lighter. So for me, the noise doesn't really worry me too much. These are a little bit less powerful. The Surge is less powerful than your normal Impact. It's not by much, but by a little bit. So less powerful, more heavy. Heavier, less power. More power, lighter. For me, the M12 gear, the idea is to get it lighter. So if you need it quieter, I think that's the only way I would recommend the Surge without using it, is if you need it quieter. I don't know. Everyone else, what's everyone else think for, sorry, man, I forgot your name. Big Red. For Big Red, have you used the Surge compared to the normal one? Which one do you think is best? Do you agree with me? If you only after quieter, then you go this. But if you're after power and lightness, then you just go the normal one. Plus, it's cheaper. If you get the kit's really good, man. So, for me, I would only go down that route. I don't know why I would end up going the Surge. Oh, that was close. Anyone saying about no? Tried your mate's Milwaukee hydraulic Impact and it was really good. Bosch no fluoro, all black. Yeah, why? Cheers, Brian. Always a pleasure, man. Always love having you around. Yeah, I'm gonna try to do more, Jay. They definitely they take up a fair bit of time, but like I absolutely love them. It just depends. So normally when I do the lives, it's taken away from time. Let's just say with the wife. So I was going to do it last night, but we watched a movie instead. But yeah, definitely. That's why I'm trying to go full time, man. And tomorrow, the video on YouTube is about going full time. So that's just a hint. Hint. Yeah, there you go. The KDJS. Fitting the Bosch in with the other tools gets a little tough sometimes. Yeah, I think, and sometimes a lot. Yeah, that's what I mean. It's really hard, man. But I guess for the price, like for $80, I think the Bosch is such a good deal. It really is a good little screwdriver. I'd like to say that it needs a light, but then you're obviously looking at more money. Then it starts going up in price, and sort of it's really hard, man. I think it's either or. The Weha multi-bit screwdrivers. Stephen, do you rate the Weha multi-bit insulated screwdrivers? If for the price, man, I think they're overpriced. I'm still waiting for the Speedy 2. So Weha told me like at the start of the year they were sending me a Speedy 2. They said it got lost in the post or they're not sure. Don't really know what's happening with that. But like I think that's overpriced. Yeah, I think their multi-bits are really overpriced. If you can get them for a good deal. So I did get that good deal a while ago on Amazon. So try Amazon. Because if you can get it cheaper, it's better. But they are flimsy. Not flimsy, but they break really easy. I know heaps of people that if you go to the posts, if you can find them, it was quite a while ago on Instagram and all that sort of stuff. Have a look at all the posts, and that's pretty much what everyone says. Don't drop it because it'll break. So I think it is a good tool, and if you need insulated, then it's definitely good. But yeah, I don't think I would really buy it unless there was like a scenario where I needed just a multi screwdriver that's insulated. If you know what I mean. I've got my other screwdrivers. Yeah, I don't think it's worth it. Mick Tock, how long have I been a Sparky? 15 years, man. I was about to say 15. That's 5. I failed math. But yeah, 15 years. And wouldn't do anything else. I got to tell you, like, I absolutely love the job, man. Absolutely love it. I'd like to be a chippy. I think I'd like to do that sort of stuff. I've done a fair bit of timber work, not a huge amount, but I used to make tables. I've made 1, 2, 2 or 3, no, probably 4 or 5 tables when we had some downtime quite a while ago. I don't know if you guys were watching. Absolutely love that. They turned out fantastic. I was selling them for a pretty high price. Made a whole pile of stuff at home. So timber work, I really love. So maybe something to do with timber. Bro, cheers, Lockie. I'm just smashing through batteries. I don't think any of these batteries, these ones I got, these were the ones in the pack, so they weren't charged. That's why I'm freezing, man. Sparky's Direct Online. I think I have used that, Nick. I think I used that ages ago, and they weren't too bad. Sparky's Direct. That rings a bell. They're pretty cheap, pretty quick. I reckon that was quite a few years ago now. I think I got a whole pile of gear from my parents' house. I did all the GPOs and all the GPOs and switch mechs in them. Favorite pliers? How many times do I get asked this or not? Which is fair. NWS 225s, man. 225 mil. NWS. Don't get the 200s. They're not too bad, but they're definitely no 225s. Momo, what's going on from New Zealand? Cheers, mate. Oh, good question. Who's that? 11 a.m. Hughes asked me, what was the decision to jump to Milwaukee instead of sticking to Makita? So, yeah, obviously, well, actually, my first had a normal drill and an impact, which was Milwaukee. They were the ones I got given when I started my apprenticeship. And what happened? They got, I can't remember what happened. I think they went missing. I think they turned up again. Someone actually found them. They were lost on something happened. But I went to Makita, turned tradie, bought a whole Makita set, which I've still got 2 pieces of. Which that's one of them. Still going strong. Still love it. Makita, definitely a soft spot for me. But the company I work for, they bought $80,000 worth of Milwaukee. So all the batteries, chargers, all that sort of stuff. And it was time, all my gear got stolen. So went out and bought Milwaukee, basically because I didn't buy batteries or a charger for 3 years when I first got my gear. So that saved me. Rather than buying batteries and chargers, I got more skins. And being a Sparky as well, Milwaukee go towards the Sparkies more. They go towards technicians, they go towards your plumbers, all that sort of stuff. So they got specialty tools for us. And that just sort of made sense for me. That's pretty much it. That's what I tell people when it comes to looking for a platform for your tools. Like there's no best out there, really. There's certain tools that are the best. So if you're looking at your 12-volt range, I think Milwaukee has that. When it comes to their M18 range, I don't think they've got that. When it comes to like your drop saws, I don't know too much about drop saws, but I'm pretty sure a lot of the Milwaukee or table saws, I should probably say, the table saws are a lot plastic. Is that right? Some of the plastic. That's why I don't review those products because I don't know them too well. Compared to like a DeWalt or the Makita, they have more metal pieces, whereas the Milwaukee has a few plasticky, that sort of stuff. So when it comes to that sort of stuff, you go elsewhere. That's pretty much how I see it. Pack out is king, though. That is damn true. That's why I paid premium. They have the market with the boxes. Yeah, people ask me why it's so expensive. I think it's because they can. It's whether you want to call it price gouging or whatever. They have the market. Like at the end of the day, I'm going to buy their gear because it is the best when it comes to the pack out. Liam Heffernan, what's going on? Been watching for a while, for ages. Cheers, man. Always happy to chat with you. Do you have any tips for a new apprentice trying to get faster? That's a pretty good question. I was about to say you don't really need to be faster, but yeah, it definitely helps. Try to figure out ways to make what you're doing better. So if you've watched my videos on how to twist cables and that sort of stuff, well, it depends where you're from. Maybe you're not twisting cables, but if you're using stranded, if you twist cables the way I do it, it's definitely a lot quicker and a lot cleaner. It's quicker because it is cleaner. When you're twisting, you keep the insulation on, you twist it, cut it, and you put it straight in the bin. You're pretty much done. Also, the way I twist as well, rather than sort of like can't really use those, sort of like that way. Once you're doing it that way, it's a lot quicker. Just little things like that you can do. Being organized definitely helps being quicker, but it just takes practice, man. As an apprentice, you're always going to be slow. But yeah, just try. Yeah, Brian's got it. Brian's tiles. He's all over it, man. Try to get more efficient. That's pretty much what it's about, being efficient. So whether you're being organized, just not multitasking, but just get into a role, get into the rhythm, that sort of stuff. But the more you do it, the more efficient you get. I like being efficient. I do it with pretty much everything. I try to multitask as much as I can. Definitely helps. Cassidy, no, it's not an EBA site. It's not EBA construction. Sorry, man. Yep, that's exactly it, Venus. Leave some of the single insulation on the very end while you twist for a clean twist. Definitely makes a big difference, man. Big difference. Tips for screws going through the washing machine. That's just something you got to live with, man. Your partner's got to live with it usually. Oh man, I think I better knock off. It's been about 2.5 hours. My legs are freezing. It's almost 10:30, and for me, that's really late. Notice your beer's getting empty. Yeah, I've only got a couple left. But tape and Sharpies all over it. 11 a.m. Hughes. That's exactly it. Tape and pens, man. Sharpie and tape. Good stuff. Oh. Nah, all good, Liam. Cheers for having you around, Griffin. Oh, Alex, you missed out. Maybe next time, man. Maybe next time. Oh. Yeah, I need to sleep. All right, legends. Absolutely love you all. Thanks for jumping on. Absolute pleasure, every one of you. Catch us next time. Peace.